Hi, y'all. Today I'm in Macy's. It's feminism equals a dash of narcissism. What do we mean about that? I'm 56 years old. I'm old school. I want a guy to open the door for me, pay on dates, and I think what happens is that women call themselves feminists, but they're actually wanting both. They get upset and insulted when the guy doesn't pay. They get upset and insulted when the guy wants you to go halvesies on the rent, on life, on kids. But we have to remember as women that we are the ones that give birth, have cramps every month, have to wind up cooking and cleaning and then splitting half of those bills. Are you ready for that? Because that is a no joke, something that you've signed up for that you didn't intend on signing up for. At the same time, you're calling yourself a feminist. But then there's the other extreme. I don't want to get married. I don't know how to cook. I don't want any children. I have my career, but then you're in your 50s, right? I'm 56 years old and you're alone. Or you're still dating, you're still going on the dates. You're still in that mode, but you can't afford to be anymore. You're not in your 30s, you're not even in your 40s, right? Or if you are, you're in your mid to late 40s. Now, a lot of men and people like to say that you're damaged goods, you should have done it in your youth. No, I agree with you. I think women should be able to be financially self-sufficient. I was married, I'm divorced, and thank God I had a business. However, I was sick, very ill during the last bit of my divorce, and I didn't have the money and the income that I would have liked to because of that. And I trusted this person. So, no, I understand. How can you logically do both? How can you do both? You can pace yourself. You can start in baby steps, in increments. And then always, women always have your own bank account. He doesn't have to know. Your own finances, your own credit cards. And then if you choose to have a joint bank account, affairs, do it. But it's true. If you think about marriage from the outside in, you are marrying a virtual stranger. Even if you grew up together, even if it was arranged by your parents and you knew each other since grade school, person is still a stranger. The problem with that is that we all grow up at different paces. Men are very, very different than women. Women are more mature emotionally, right? Men are stronger physically, but we grow emotionally, mentally at our own pace. So for me, when I turned 40, you can call it a midlife, you can call it whatever you want, but I literally, like, the room was spinning one day and I looked at this man I was married to and I was like, he's not my type. How did I get here? I don't want this life. I'm a city chick. I want out. I started to feel suffocated. Okay. So the bottom line is you're going to change. You're not the same person you were when you were 15. You're not the same person at 20, 25, 30, 35 and up. Especially when you start to get into the mid 30s, hitting 40, you really feel it. Something happens. We've seen it with men. It's called the midlife crisis. But as women, we go through our own things. We have grown out of being treated or not treated a certain way. We have kids and that gives us a different perception of life. Maybe he's not helpful. Maybe he's too involved in every aspect of the relationship. Maybe he wants to pick out the furniture and has a say in everything when you feel like maybe as the woman you'd like to. You're home most of the time. He isn't. All of these things, money, kids, how to raise them. Do we raise them religious or not? Do we teach them the second language or not? It goes on and on and on, right? So we know. So the bottom line is that's when you start to have the overlaps. That's when you start to have the issues. And all of a sudden, one partner or both partners starts to feel trapped. But 90% of the time, whether the woman feels trapped or not, she's the one that suffers, especially financially, when the man winds up moving on. So the bottom line is that, yes, women, be prepared, but do all of that before you sign the document, before or during the engagement. Don't get married to the guy, get pregnant, have 3 kids. He decides to have an affair and you're broke. Why would you put all of your eggs into one basket for a person that initially was a stranger to you? Why would you logically do that? Why logically would you put all of your eggs into one basket? When you do that, you are, and this goes for men and women, you are giving someone the signal that they have an open-ended opportunity to take advantage of your vulnerabilities, your not having money because you're taking care of the kids and you're trying to do, or you're not making as much money, or you are both making money, but you're putting it into babysitting and you're putting it into after school programs and all of these things, right? That you weren't necessarily having to do when you were single or, together without all of these things, a house, children, blah, blah, blah. Then you share a bank account. So if you decide to buy yourself an expensive dress or something like that, the other partner knows about it. And it's almost like you have to explain yourself, report, and then ask permission. Hey, I just want to let you know that, I spent $120. Now, some couples are super supportive of each other and you make enough money to have this happen. But the majority, even wealthy couples, still, can have sudden surprises and have issues financially, even if it's short-lived. And what happens is that person goes into the bank account because they're worried and they're like, oh, you spent 120. Well, why didn't you tell me? Well, that could have gone to our vacation that we have planned. And now it becomes a thing. Now it becomes a discussion, an argument. And you have now opened up a Pandora's box. And the next problem can be magnified because it started with this problem at an inopportune time for you to buy this dress. Right. Vice versa for men. They want to buy a new video game or a new, 75-inch screen television, whatever it is. They went out with the guys and they bought everyone a round of beer. And the wife is going, but I was home all day. I don't get to have fun. I raise the kids. I do X, Y, Z. And it's not fair for me. And that's why I think a lot of relationships break up because of, money, not communicating or sharing too much. I think it's okay as a couple. For instance, when I was married, I had my own bathroom. Like I just needed, I needed some elbow room. I needed some me time. I didn't want to feel like if I was in the shower, he would be knocking and I'm dyeing my hair. It's my space to do what I want, when I want, how I want. Same thing with finances and same thing with not insisting that the husband or wife be your perpetual entertainment. So as women, we really need to be careful about the feminist thing because in a marriage, you really can't pull that off. unless you both are sort of, super high tech, modern, you don't have kids, and you both take separate vacations. I mean, I suppose, but I think as a true feminist, marriage just wouldn't fit into the cards. But then the payback for us, the karma, what we attract is now, okay, well, we've made our money, we're successful, but we're alone and we're on those dating apps. We have to be careful because there's a little bit of narcissism you have to have to be successful, a healthy amount. I mean, not that narcissism is ever healthy, but it's me time. It's me, I, me, myself, and I. When you are either trying to work for a company and go high up in the ranks, be entrepreneurial or whatever. Same thing for men. Men, okay, I get how they don't appreciate feminism in a lot of ways, but they're really now taking advantage full throttle and going, oh, well, I don't open the door. You're going to pay half because, your feminism, well, here it is. I never raised my hand and said I wanted feminism. I don't think that I can do every single job a man does. So don't put it on all of us because a lot of us, don't mind being the stay-at-home mom and doing that type of thing. I'm not saying that's what I want. I'm just talking for women in general. I don't think that you can use that as a crutch to get away men with bad behavior. Okay? So the bottom line is that I think both sides are using feminism. However, it most definitely comes with a touch of narcissism because it's not going the way that either one of us wants to. Online, the statistics are saying that 80% of men are lonely of all ages. The men that I meet, they can't find the one. Women are behaving like men. They are really struggling. And I'm talking good looking guys that work on Wall Street, that have an income. They're gorgeous. And they're like, but I can't find a woman who's not competitive with me, who doesn't just want me for my money, who doesn't just want to sleep with me. They feel objectified, which is amazing because if it was the 80s, you all know that would have been a good thing. But yeah, so here we are. So thanks guys for tuning in, like and subscribe. Love and light. This is Cleo. I've got a lot of goodies coming out this new year. I want to wish you all happy new year. And we are raising the vibration of the planet. Tune in, leave comments. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. If you guys have subjects you want me to talk about, I'm open to those. And look at my Pensite page. I've got a lot of information on there, some free videos, VIP section, so you guys can get some training that's not on YouTube. Love and light. Kisses.